Well, I'll be on the road quite a while now, and I'm sorry I haven't got anything off to you, develop, but it's so hard when you keep driving each day so far. So anyway, we've stopped for a few days in one spot, so I'm going to try and get a movie off for you. There's a boat coming in at Portland been out for a drive, so my wife says, why don't you film it? So it's coming in through the breakwater at the moment with two tugs attached. Well, they're turning the ship round now, the two tugs. Well, they're backing it into a berth over there. Must be quite tight. It looks like it's tight from here anyway. It's just getting pushed round the back of that boat there into its berth. We're kind of blocking in the wind farm at the moment. They've got quite a few wind farms here. I can see probably 20 motor towers there, the bit that goes on the top. So anyway, we're off. Keep going. It's a big thing, these wind farms round here. So I've zoomed out a little, and this is where we are. In the middle of a state forest somewhere. We just came down a forestry road, and to get a bit of peace and quiet.
We've just come into Nelson, which is a very sleepy village, but beautiful, very charming. And we just caught a glimpse of the beach, and we're on our way, I believe, to Mount Gambier.
Boats in the background. Doreen got us in here. This side's a bit steep over there. Looking at the boat here, it's not bad. I'm sleeping a bit, leaning in towards the middle. Doreen will be okay. And here's the car. And we're going to rush now and get the, what do we call it, the canopy out.
Yes.
Doreen's demonstrating with her sexy legs how you first started off. Where are we, Doreen?
We're at Dry Creek, very close to the South Australian Victorian border. That's beautiful, it's lovely.
And what are we in?
What do you mean, what are we in? We're in Victoria.
And have we thrown our veggies out?
Yes, that was a bit of a shame. Well, we gave them away. Simon tried to give them away several times, and I suggested the storekeeper, and the storekeeper was very grateful. So we gave away about, I think, probably $10 to $15, but that's okay. So we have to have couscous tonight because we're actually still in Victoria, and we could have had our beans and tomatoes and asparagus. Not to worry.
Looking at the no fire thing, she's got a kettle on and she's worried. What does that constitute a fire or not? Coming down to the bottom where a dry creek, and there's plenty of water here. There's all these tin sheds passed down from father to son. Looking back down the river, that's looking up the river.
This was our overnight camp stop at Dry Creek, South Australia. I would very happily stay here for a rest day and just enjoy the scenery and smell the roses. Simon's keen to move on to Mount Gambier, where I believe we're going to view sinkholes. There are these little sheds for people to rest after fishing. And we had a lovely night here. I got to listen to the Broncos, which was excellent and quite a surprise. And of course we had a win, so that was nice too. So we'll see what today brings. Dry Creek, South Australia. And this place was great because it had bins and beautiful flush toilets. So we loved it. There's Simon ready to make a move. So I best go.
Here's Doreen, she's down the bottom of the sinkhole. Big waves! Blue Lake. Well, I can see from here that they pump a bit of water out of here for the town supply, I think. We just filled up with fuel in Mount Gambier. It was 181 a litre. Anyway, and there's the boat. And there's the view. It's very flat round here, and this is very high. Well, I'm in the car wash in Mount Gambier, and we just given it a $4 clean. You don't get much for $4, but anyway, it looks it's an improvement. Well, we're at as far as I can get, as close as I can to the Robe obelisk, which was built in the 1800s sometime, and it used to house a rocket which would fire out a line to the ship so they could pull people in a bosun's chair. We're just arriving at the Coorong, where Storm Boy was. Somewhere along here anyway. There was a big sign and it said granite boulders, free pay. So we thought, oh well, that first kind of tourist sign we've seen at the side of the road. So we've come down here. And we're looking at them. There's 3 boulders in the water there. We've come probably 4k down a road to see those. Well, these are the granite boulders. There's 3 of them. And you know, if you're coming from sea, there's one more just out there, so that gives you a false sense of security. Well, this is the ship of the desert. We're off to the Coorong now, and I hope we can find somewhere to stay. And these things keep the cows cool. Except I don't see any cows under this cow fan. Coming down the road into Menengi, and this is in the Coorong, but it's a pretty boring road really, because you've got no view to the sides, just trees. Not for very long, it's just a nature strip about 20 metres wide, but it's enough you can't see anything. Behind a wobble box. Wobble box is a caravan that wobbles all over the road. This one's not too bad. They used to build them in the kind of 60s, go behind the family car, Commodore, and they were not really designed to be perfect behind for towing. If you look at most caravans nowadays, they've got 4 wheels, which tracks them down the road a bit better. Here we are on our camping spot at 43 Mile, isn't it?
Camp 42, 42 Mile.
Here we are at Coorong, and we're on Camp 42. This camp here has cost us $17.50 a night, and it's not bad. We're in here with quite a few others, but there's plenty of room for everybody. Well, we're at 42 Mile Creek. Sorry I didn't film it a bit earlier, but we were all set up, and it looked very nice here, and we had quite a good time. Menengi, a bush ranger, bird of the Coorong. South Australian history has only ever been able to claim a genuine bush ranger, but it was remarkable. He was the only one to pursue his career on the back of an ostrich.
There you go. Just going on the ferry We're trying to find somewhere to stay. Not sure where this ferry takes us, but no doubt we'll find out. The gentleman's very kindly queuing us on. So we're on the ferry now, and that's where we're headed. And our driver, the ferryman, is just here. It's a cable ferry, so he guides us and then he directs us as we get off. So the gates are open and one car's going. There goes Simon in the boat. Pedestrians. And there we have it.
Well, we had a bit of excitement there. We came across on a ferry, and now I don't know where we're going, but we're looking for a campsite on this side of the river since we failed on the other side. See you for now. We're on the Murray at Manor. I've just seen the sunset go down. Wife was a bit slow getting the food out ready, but quite pleasant here. A good view. Cheers everyone. Now we're looking over to the other side of the Murray. We were over there about half an hour ago trying to find a camp spot, but I think this is much better just here. And here's my darling wife tucking in for some dip. Here we are going round Australia on highway number 1. Therese having her cup of tea, I'm having a coffee. And we've got a load of people camped down here, kids and everything, fishing. And this is the river just here, the Murray. Dreamweaver. We're going towards the Barossa Valley now, and there's quite a lot of wheat things growing around here. This is a dead straight road. When you look to either side, you just can't understand how it can grow anything. But I think it's growing wheat or something similar. In that field there, on the left-hand side, it's stubble. There seems to be stubble on the other side as well. Anyway, we're getting there slowly. We're on, what is it? We're going round Australia. We're going round Australia on Highway 1. Boom, boom, that's it. We're kind of totally lost here. So, what was that then, darling?
Angaston and Adelaide is that way.
Okay, alright then.
Okay.
Alright. I'm just going to take a gingerly drive through here. There only are about 4 things. Then we go around that triangle, then I'm going to take a picture of this beautiful pub.
Church? Oh, the church. Simon's just turning the boat and we're going by this sedan hotel. There goes the boat. And then there's a beautiful church just in the distance.
Well, I don't know what we can see in front, but it must be, I believe, the Adelaide Hills. There's a big power line going across the top. And there's grain fields for as far as we can see. These, you can point at that power line there during that power post. These power posts, this is what they're made of, like around here. They're just all in South Australia. They're just made a C-section with concrete. That's enough.
We're heading into Agustin, which is about 20 kilometres away, and so we're just climbing these rolling hills with the boat behind. Hopefully the MUX is coping with all of this. It's very beautiful.
We're doing about 4 to the litre up here. Come over the range and we're going down the other side now, and if you look, really, it's this valley is more tree friendly than the other side. There must be some more cropping here, or I don't know, but there's definitely a lot more trees in the paddocks.